The ability to have synchronicities, to experience more synchronicities, to have more profound and meaningful synchronicities is directly correlated with our ability to notice them in the first place. People say, oh, I've been having more experiences more often than I have lately, more synchronicities than I have lately. Have you? Or have you just been paying attention more? Have you ever noticed how life transforms when you approach it with curiosity? Now, curiosity isn't just a fleeting thought. It's a vibration. It's a frequency that connects you not even to something greater. It's something that connects you to everything else, whether you realize it or not. When was the last time you felt truly curious? How does curiosity change the way you experience even the smallest, most mundane tasks? And I urge you, the ability to do that is where the magic is. I swear to God it is. Curiosity can turn a walk in the park into a journey of discovery. A walk in the park is now a journey there and back again, worthy of the finest tales by your favorite fantasy authors, if you give it a chance. Every leaf, every sound, every feature of your journey adds texture to your life and adds texture to your experience. It pulls you deeper into every moment that you come across. When I look at a plant, when I'm walking down the street and I see a leaf next to me, most people see leaves. I don't see leaves. I see a sentient powerhouse organism that's pulling sunlight from the sun and creating raw energy out of it. I'm looking at the veins in the leaf going, oh my God, at this very moment, potassium, nitrogen, proteins, chloroplasts are converting sunlight chloroplasts are splitting water molecules in half, releasing oxygen in the air for me to breathe, converting sunlight into energy so that it can split water molecules in half, capturing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, building sugars, communicating with other plants, communicating with mushrooms in the soil and inside of itself, producing phytochemicals that cure various diseases. When I walk by a leaf, when I walk by a plant, I'm not walking by a plant. I'm walking by a universe. You see how the vibration of curiosity can draw you infinitely deep into any circumstance. For me, hopefully, for you, this lens, it's just a lens. This lens of curiosity has opened up a whole entire dimension of understanding, of experience, and suddenly even the smallest insignificant, mundane details of a thing become its own universe. Alright, in hermetics, we learned that everything vibrates, right? Everything vibrates. Nothing is at rest. This desk, on a subatomic level, is vibrating. The electrons coming in and out of existence, movement. That's oscillation. That's back and forth. That's a frequency. Match the frequency of the thing you want. You resonate with the thing you want. Bada bing, bada boom. That's how we create whatever we want to create. Or at least that's how we experience whatever we want to experience. More or less. So I ask you this. How does curiosity change the way that you interact with the world? What would it mean if curiosity was not just a feeling, but an energetic force capable of shifting your reality, an energetic force capable of being manipulated at will? This is why children learn things. This is partly why children learn things so quickly. This is why anyone learns something so quickly when they're excited about a thing. This is why so many people are wanting to do things that they enjoy, wanting to do things that they are passionate about, following their interests, because interests and curiosities are a level of vibration that add depth. And when you add depth to a thing, you empathize with it more. You understand it more. And if you understand a thing, if you empathize with a thing, you almost become a thing. in as much as your relation to it and your ability to learn about it, your ability to explain that thing to someone else. Curiosity is a vibration. It's something that we can master, that we can grow, that we can turn on and off at will with the right practice. I'll tell you a hack. This is how you know you're in that state of curiosity, in that state of a deep empathetic connection with the thing. You begin to lose time. Think of a fascinating conversation, a fascinating book. Think of how you feel when you leave a fascinating conversation or a fascinating book. Think of how sad you are when a good book is over. That's you dissolving into a world. That's you being so deep into a world that you're unable to pull yourself out of it. And instead of pulling yourself out of the book, you end up pulling the book into your world. You begin emanating the things you learned from that book. You begin emanating the experiences you had from that book. You begin memorizing quotes. You begin tattooing those quotes onto your body as symbolic representations of the things that you want to embody. You are that thing. When the vibration of curiosity, when the cabinet of curiosities cannot be contained no more, you become them. You become them. On the flip side, can you imagine a life without curiosity? Maybe we can send this home. Maybe we can go a little deeper and say, all right, this isn't life. This is life with curiosity. This is life without curiosity. Of course, feels flat. Feels routine. It feels predictable. It feels uninspiring. But when you're curious, even the most mundane tasks become opportunities for discovery, like looking at a leaf. But again, you can't look at a leaf and see the depth and the worlds within it without learning about the thing. That's the power of curiosity, to take you eternally deep into a thing. You go, all right, I'm curious about this thing, and the only way for me to feel this properly is to know it. And that's how curiosity cures the discontented soul. What parts of your life feel stagnant because you didn't bring curiosity to them? And how did they change when you approached them with a sense of wonder, even if it was forced at first? Because I promise you, even if you have to fake it till you make it, there will be a time where you reach a certain level of information on a thing to where you find something to latch onto. I do this with strangers all the time. I cannot meet a stranger who I find dull and unentertaining. I just ask more questions. Tell me, what do you like to do? You don't like to do anything? Okay, what else? Did you visit anywhere cool? What's your favorite YouTube channel? Do you have children? How old are they? What do they do? You don't have children? Do you want them? You don't? Why not? Your life sucks? Dang, that's awful. Why does your life... You know what I'm saying? Questions. Eventually, we have the ability to resonate with anything and everybody on this planet because all is mind. We also learned in the Hermetic philosophy that all is mind. All is a vibratory state, and if we find that resonant tone with another thing or another person, then we can vibrate off of each other, we can oscillate amongst each other, and we can amplify each other. Sometimes to your detriment, and sometimes to your, flourishing, to your flourishment. The choice is up to you. I would like to emphasize that curiosity is a muscle that you can build, just like the willpower, just like anything else. You have to start small by asking questions about things you take for granted. Why does this work the way it does? How could I look at this differently? What's one thing that you can explore with curiosity right now as you're watching this video? What does my set say about me? Oh, I've got an Anubis candle. I've got a Thoth candle with a broken arm. I've got a mushroom poster in the background. I've got a collection vat for distilling my essential oils. I got this crazy looking tribal thing back here. I got a cool, 1920s lamp. I have the wood wall behind me on a wood desk. What does that say about me? All of this is speaking volumes. But unless you're actively curious in anything, you're not going to know what's going on. Everything is symbolic. You don't have to buy a book on symbology to learn what the world is saying to you. You just have to pay attention and listen to what the world is saying to you. That's it. That's it. Empathy is not just something we can do to be a better person. Oh, you need to be more empathetic. Oh, you need to be more understanding. Empathy is not just a means of being nicer or more spiritual or something. Empathy is a way to feel a world deeply, sincerely, genuinely, that you otherwise would have never been able to experience. And it's driven by curiosity. It's driven by a few things, but curiosity is one of the most powerful, one of the most important, one of the most easily accessible ways to tap into empathy is the vibration of curiosity. Curiosity for the sake of curiosity, not curiosity with the goal of trying to shape a thing the way you want it to be shaped. Curiosity for a thing to unfold exactly how it is. Exactly how it is. Like, I could sit down and have a conversation with the devil, him or herself, and I wouldn't be judging it as good or bad. Not to say that it isn't good or bad, but just because the way for me to truly understand a thing is to be curious about the functions and the mechanisms that make it what it is, so that I can understand what it does, so that I can experience a depth of a world that I never thought I could experience. And with something like the devil, it would be like, why are you sad? You're not sad, why are you angry? You don't have emotions? Why do you not have emotions? Oh, is that why it's so easy for you to do evil things? Because you feel nothing from them? Oh, that's not the reason why? Oh, it's because you were built that way? Oh, I never thought of that. God built you that way? God made you how you are, so you don't really have a choice? You just do what you do because you're like a program that... Wait, so you do or you don't have a choice, right? These questions aren't designed to lead the devil anywhere. These questions aren't designed to entrap. These questions are designed to understand another world. Curiosity, the vibration of curiosity, allows us to understand an infinite variety of worlds, adding an infinite amount of texture to our lives by using these principles, like the law of the mental universe and the law of vibration. Our alchemical studies give us a way to experience the world. Are you not entertained? Is that not why you are here? To me, and this is only to me, this is anecdotal. I'm not saying this should be anyone else's goal. This is my goal. My goal in studying the things and learning things and reading the books and the sigils and the meditations and the lucid dreaming and the astral projection and the Akashic records and the mermaids and the Bigfoots and the hollow earth, the things that we devour aren't to make me more spiritual. I'm not trying to get to the fifth dimension. I'm not trying to be Jesus. I'm trying to have an experience laced. I want experiences dripping with texture, even if the texture is garbage, right? Because we can't sacrifice one without sacrificing the other. If we sacrifice our capacity for feeling great pain, then we equally sacrifice our capacity for great pleasure. We cannot have one without the other, right? So that might be an entirely different segment. I don't know if you want me to go deeper into that. Leave a comment maybe, or maybe I will in the end of this video. I don't know. Anywho, I want you to do me a huge solid. Next time you're doing something routine like washing the dishes or walking your dog or something silly, ask yourself, what can I notice here that I've never seen before? What's happening that I've never noticed before? You know what this does? We made a video on synchronicity. You should guys go watch that. I'll link it if I remember. The ability to have synchronicities, to experience more synchronicities, to have more profound and meaningful synchronicities is directly correlated with our ability to notice them in the first place. People say, oh, I've been having more experiences more often than I have lately, more synchronicities than I have lately. Have you, or have you just been paying attention more? Because it is possible to have more synchronicities, objectively speaking, because you are practicing. But it's also completely possible that you've had the same amount of synchronicities that you've had in the past few months. You're just now paying attention. You're now more curious about the world. You're now more curious. You know what? I'm on a simple walk with the dog, but I'm curious. How many synchronistic moments can I find on this walk? I'm curious. Could I create the feeling and sensation of synchronicity at will? I remember what a synchronicity feels like. I remember the power. I remember the elation. I remember the sort of magical texture it had. I remember the magical sensation of, oh my God, the possibilities of this world have just expanded. Look at this synchronicity I just experienced. It was beautiful. The possibilities. I remember the feelings that it elates in me. Can I recreate that? Trivially, of course, not an actual one, but I'm curious. Can I? What would I have to look at? What would I have to think about? What would I have to smell? What emotion would I have to experience? I'm curious. What would I have to do to elicit more synchronistic moments by walking my dog? Can you do that? That's not a rhetorical question. Do you think you can do that? Are you able to do that? Have you even thought about doing that? I'm sure we can all at least give it a shot. Have you considered giving it a shot? We should. I think. I'm curious. What could you change in your life if you let curiosity guide you? How might it open doors to new experiences, new understandings, and even new opportunities? Even if those opportunities are just ways of living, more textually appealing ways of living. Start small, pick one thing in your life to look at through the lens of curiosity and see where it takes you. You might find that the vibration of curiosity is all you need to transform your world. I'll leave you with this. My friends, let us speak of curiosity that's ancient and ever-present. Like a quiet breeze stirring the leaves of a forgotten forest, it calls to us, unseen yet undeniable. It beckons us not with force, but with gentle insistence, whispering of paths yet untrodden, of wonders concealed within the folds of the world. Curiosity, you see, is not merely a question in the mind. No, it is a fire within the heart. A vibration that hums through the very fabric of existence and inviting us to lean in, to wonder, and to learn. Do you not feel it? The pull toward what lies just beyond the horizon, the urge to peer into the depths of a crystal clear stream and ponder its journey and its destination. It is this vibration that ties us to the world. For when we are curious, we are no longer merely observers. We are participants. We are explorers, adventurers in a realm filled with infinite mysteries. Every leaf, every stone, every star in the heavens holds a story, and through curiosities, we listen. But beware, for curiosity demands courage, and it is not for the faint of heart. It asks us to venture into the unknown, to embrace uncertainty, and to face the answers that may challenge us, or that may challenge all we think that we know of ourselves and of the world. But in this courage there is joy. The joy of discovery, of connection, of course, and of becoming more than we were, which I think is the goal. So I say to you, let your curiosities guide you. Let your curiosities connect you to a life of content. Let your curiosities guide you as the stars guide the mariner. Do not shy away from its call, for it is through curiosity that we grow, that we forge bonds with the world and with each other. And it is through curiosity that we glimpse the infinite, the sublime, and the true essence of life itself. If any of this resonated you, my name's Keith. I hope you guys will join the channel. If you have the means and motivation and would like to support on Patreon or become a channel member, that's wonderful too. Thank you guys so much for being here. My name is Keith, your Man of Letters, and I'll see you guys soon, okay? Bye.